Welcome to the second session of the AutoCAD tutorial with CAD skills. During the first video, you were able to learn how to use some basic tools like the line and polyline. You were also able to see how we used the Ortho tools to get straight lines and how we use the polar tracking tools in order to get some specific accurate angles. So today we're going to look at how to use the different circles AutoCAD has. There are different circles here. We're going to try each of them and see their use. Also, we're going to learn how to use the command here, which is called the OSnap. So first, let's start with using the circle command. Yeah, you could see, why do we have to learn to use the circle? But let's see why we have different circles and in which situations they're going to serve us. So clicking on the drop-down button here, you would see the different types of circle. We have center radius, we have center diameter, we have 2 points, we have 3 points, we have tan radius stands for tangent radius, and we have the triple tan, which is tangent. So let's start with the center radius. So selecting the center radius and moving my cursor to the screen and just left clicking on the screen, it brings a circle. And remember, what I select is center radius, meaning any dimension I press here, it's going to be the radius of the circle. So let's just assume, let's use 5. I'm going to type 5 on my keyboard, then press enter. And I have a circle of that radius. Then let's try the next one, which is center diameter. So I'm going to click on center diameter, then move my cursor to anywhere on the screen, then click on it. So now I'm using center diameter. Any line I click on is going to be the diameter of the circle. So since the initial circle has a radius of 5, if I want to draw an equal circle, I need a diameter of 10. So I'm just going to type 10 on my keyboard and hit enter. And I'm having 2 circles of the same dimension. So in order to confirm this, I would give you a sneak picture on using the annotate. So I'm just going to click on my annotate toolbar here, which I have the annotation tools, but instead of going here now, we can just stick to the home tab, and there is an annotation section here, for example, you would see. And if you look at this drop down button here, we have different types of annotations, whether you want to measure linear dimensions or vertical dimensions, which you can get the aligned measurement, or angular, or arc length, or radius, or diameter. So we want to check for radius of the 2 circles. So I'm going to click on radius, and I'm going to click on this circle, and it's brought the radius. So I'll just hit enter on my keyboard again. It brings back the previous command. Then click on the next circle and top it here. So if I zoom in a little bit, you would see that I have radius of 5.0, and if I zoom in here a little bit, I have radius of 5.0. Although our dimensions are looking way too approximated, so we're going to adjust that later. So let's just finish on the other types of circles. So in order to deal with this other type of circle, let's draw a rectangle on the screen. So I'm going to use my polyline tool for now, since the polyline can give me a rectangle easily. So I'm just going to click here, and I need straight lines, so I'm going to turn on my auto mode. So my auto mode is on, so click here, come here, and you can see I really can't tell when I'm at the edge of this rectangle. If I zoom in, you'll notice I have spaces. It's hard. So this is where I want to introduce the OSnap feature. So this is the OSnap feature right down here, and you can just turn it on by left clicking on your mouse and turn it off. So if I click on this drop down button on the OSnap feature, you would see different parts of a line I can snap. So I can snap to the end point, the midpoint, the center, and many other points. So I can either click on this to put them on, off. I can put everything off, and I can click on it to put everything on. So for now, I just need endpoint, midpoint, center, geometric center, and one it tangent. So yeah, perpendicular. intersection. So let's do with this 7. And I'm going to click on Polyline again. And let's try to draw the rectangle. Then you would see the difference. And coming down here. Now you would see if I move my cursor here, it's okay. The OSNAP command is not on. Sorry about that. So let's delete this. Then put on the OSNAP command. Yes, I only selected the points I want to snap to. Then I have to select the command itself. Once this blue icon it's on it, it shows it's on. So I'm going to click on Polyline. Then let's try to draw the rectangle again. Come here. Then I'm going to move my cursor here. Can you see that it's showing me a green rectangle, showing me that I am on an endpoint? Can you see? It's bringing endpoint. So it shows that that's the endpoint. Then with that, I can get the endpoint of this line and close it up. So press space bar on your keyboard in order to execute a command or the escape key. So can you see that I have a closed rectangle here? Unlike this first polyline where I couldn't get to achieve that because I wasn't sure of my endpoint. So the OSNAP basically helps us to track points on our geometry. So we've gotten the OSNAP, and let's go to the next circle, which is 2 points. So this circle wants us to click 2 points on a line, and those 2 points will be where the circle will lie. So with my OSNAP on now, remember I can snap to points. But without my OSNAP on, I won't be able to snap to this center point. So I'm just going to click this first point and this second point, and automatically I have a circle touching 2 points. So let's see what 3 points give us. Select 3 points. So I'm just going to click 1, 2, 3. And you can see I have a circle touching these 3 points. Yeah, perfect circle. And same goes with the next one, the tangent radius. So you just click 2 lines where you want the circle to touch, tangent to this, and specify the radius. So let's just leave the radius as, let's say 15.9 meters and enter. So you can see our circle is automatically touching these 2 points. Then the last type of circle is tangent. So we're going to touch 3 points what we want the circle to be tangent to. So let's just use 1, 2, 3. So you can see we have circles perfectly fit inside the square tangent to those 3 lines. So you could get to use these variations of circle in whatever mode you are drawing and whatever kind of circle would suit your design at that particular time. So before we finish, we're going to look at how to set up dimensions in AutoCAD and how to get real dimensions and not just approximated decimals like this. So to do that, I'm going to type unit on my keyboard. So type in unit, UNIT, S, and I would hit enter. So after typing that, I'm going to change the type from decimal to engineering and or scale. Yeah, let's leave it in inches. Then precision is on 00. Then click on OK. Then next, let's go to dimension style. Then we're going to click dim style. Then style, then hit enter. Then we're going to click on modify. Then on primary units here, so change to engineering. Then precision, let's leave it at 0.0. So leave suffix, leave the inches, and we just click on OK. Then close. So automatically we have our unit in inch, we have our dimensions in inches now. Then we can go ahead to get the dimension of these other geometries on the screen by clicking on the drop down button here. Select linear. So with the OSNAP button on, you can select the edges to get the dimension here. So let's do the same for this, the same for this, then the same for this. So to get the dimension of the circle now, let's use the diameter for the other circles. So we can get the diameter of this circle, yeah. Then press enter to bring back your command. Get the diameter of this other circle. Press enter, the diameter of this, then press enter. Then get the diameter of this. So in order to make our dimensions bigger, just click on dim style back, type dim style on your keyboard, and hit enter. Then click on modify. Then let's go to text. Let's try increasing the text size to 1. That's then click on OK. Then close. So you can see we have our dimensions a little bit bigger, and we have the diameters of our circle. So this is diameter of 2 feet, well, not inches. Then this is diameter of 2 feet and 8 inches. This is also 2 feet and 8 inches. Then this is 4 feet 4 inches. This is 3 feet 7 inches. So we're going to stop here today, and in this lesson we have covered how to use the different types of circles on the AutoCAD. We've learned how to change our unit to engineering unit, and we used the inches for today. So during the course of the lesson, we might be switching units. Sometimes we get to use millimeters and centimeters, depending on what we have to work on. So during the next session, we're going to be drawing a mechanical object, and we'll be using some of the modified tools here, and we're also going to learn how we use layers on AutoCAD. Thank you very much for joining. Stay tuned for the next video. Catch you later.